Now we got to go the other route.
Mm.
Excruciating defeats, still sting, still hurt.
Where do we start? Where do we start when it comes to South Carolina? I'll tell you, the last time I ever cried over a South Carolina football game was I was 15 years old, and I don't know if you recall this one. 2006, South Carolina at Florida. Jarvis Moss blocks the field goal as time expires. Gamecocks, that was probably the best I've ever seen to this day, the best I've ever seen a South Carolina football team play and not win. That 16-15, I believe, was the final score, loss in Gainesville. The Jarvis Moss, a guy that shouldn't even been playing. He was supposed to be suspended. Got his big paw up. He was like 6'7". Got his big paw up, though, blocked the Ryan Succop field goal. That one ranks up there. 2013 Tennessee was excruciating. I mean, you look back, all the games that kept South Carolina out of the SEC title, 11, I was at the 2011 Auburn game. I mean, painful. 2012 at LSU, painful. But that was a game I think I was more so like, on the road, night game in Baton Rouge. I think you lost, but you were like, okay, like that it's not shocking. That 2013 Tennessee game, Marquez North, that is a name that still haunts Gamecock fans. That catch he made on the sideline, Tennessee, a bad Tennessee team, they make the field goal to beat South Carolina, and effectively, yeah, again, that's a game that keeps them out. So those are just a few, man. There's so many of them, unfortunately. And you look the past couple of years, we've lost to Citadel, we've lost to App State, but those were like, I knew we were bad. So it was like almost like I was laughing. I was like, wow, we're like to this point. But those are the games I mentioned were like South Carolina getting to this trying to get to a pinnacle and just being dashed. I mean, those are the worst. So there's been some tough ones, my man. I mean, that's literally just the tip of the iceberg when it comes to brutal Gamecock defeats.
And of course, that 06 blocked field goal attempt, that would have changed college football history because Florida would not have gone and won the BCS championship.
Yep. Yep. For sure. Yeah, that was Blake Mitchell, Sidney Rice, Andy Boyd, Jasper Brinkley, and that was Tim Tebow, of course, Chris Leak.
Sure.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, Spurrier's first trip back to the swamp. He had beaten them the year before in Williams-Brice. So, like I said, man, it's hard for me to think of a game that South Carolina played a more sound, complete football game and did not win against the caliber of team they were going against. You know what I mean? And also, people forget this too. I think it was the play before the field goal. Sidney Rice had like a false start that pushed the field goal back 5 yards. And you just think, what if, Ryan Succop was as good as any in the SEC? I mean, the dude, we just posted a clip the other day. Dude could boot 60-yarders. It was well within his range. But, and I've talked to Gator fans and say that's the loudest they've ever heard the swamp when that kick was blocked. So, tough. Very tough.
You probably brought up 10 names that I haven't thought of for years and years and years and years. Yeah. But that's another one, Sidney Rice.
Yeah.